Hey everybody, this is Dax. Glad to have you back. So I am trying to catch up with the prodigious prodigy named Grace Vanderwaal, who just keeps putting out new stuff that she's working on. And like the screen says in front of you, this is another lyric video, as the Vandervault is calling it, like, can't you see? And I just did a reaction to Free Me yesterday, which was also a lyric video, as they're calling it. It's very difficult to categorize Grace's music right now. I think she is making history, frankly. Been giving this a little bit of thought. I mean, she's making music personal, very personal, and very cerebral. She is unique, really, I mean, in modern music, in the sense that she is going back to sort of the sound of the 30s and 40s, that chanteuse sound of the 30s and 40s, and bringing in cerebral lyrics. One thing that I was going to talk about but completely missed talking about in my reaction yesterday to Free Me was her phrase, dissociated laggy view. Dissociated laggy view on life, which is cerebral. I mean, she is thinking about what's going on in her life. And that's where these so-called lyric videos are coming out. Um, I, I'm not faulting the Vandervault or anybody else for calling these lyric videos. It's very difficult to come up with a description for what Grace is doing right now. I'm going to go ahead and call her right now a chanteuse. Like I said yesterday, but I mispronounced it. I said chanteuse. It's chanteuse. It comes from the French combination of to sing, chanter, and use, they, women, they, feminine. So she just strikes me right now as being in a very sort of artistic French mode. And so it fits. And the French, when they use chanteuse, they mean it as sort of a singer in a cabaret or a nightclub where it's a confined setting like Grace is in right now. It's a confined setting, and the quirkiness, the elegance, the the sort of softness and personalness of the music comes out to the people immediately surrounding the person. And it's almost like Grace is doing that. She's singing to us, singing to her folks on Instagram. It's very personal. So I'm going to call this the Chanteuse era for Grace. Maybe she stays in it. Maybe she gets out of it, whatever. But that's what I'm going to call it. So um, I don't really consider them lyric videos. I consider them songs. Maybe there's another phrase that one of you can come up with on that. But anyway, I just want to get that all out of the way. I'm really enjoying what she's doing right now, the creativity. She's obviously finding an expression for herself with this chanteuse style, and it's captivating. I mean, it's just captivating. I mean, you hang on the words. It's so dense. Her lyrics are so dense right now. And she is in that, as I said in the previous video, she has sort of a central place that she goes to when the world is crazy. And I really like it. I love it, actually. So I guess there's going to be some more of that here. Oh, one of the famous chanteuses of history, and this is one reason why I want to call her sort of a chanteuse right now, is, of course, Edith Piaf. That just elegance and emotion in the music. That was La Vie en Rose. So anyway, here we go with Grace with Like, Can't You See? And this has evidently been remastered by the Vandervault. Thanks very much to the Vandervault folks. So here we go. I may have to stop it several times. I'm just warning ahead of time. It's a work in progress. Or guitar work.
I know you've been wondering how I've been. Hitting up my phone, you'll never win. Do you really think that you'll erase the past? So I light up my cig, you sip your glass.
I mean, I light up my cig, you sip your glass. I mean, if that isn't a cabaret or nightclub right there, wow. I mean, that fits perfectly. I love the way she lingers on a sound and the way she'll even put a into her music, very much like those old style singers singing in front of an audience. My grandmother actually did this for a while. She was a bit of a chanteuse herself. So let's listen to the way she lingers on that note. Love it when she does that. Oh wow, there it is. Oh my God. Don't you love her huskiness in her voice that she has? How it's sort of transitioned to that? Let me just listen to that huskiness in her voice that she brings out. That really draws you in, draws us in.
And it's really okay. Like, can't you say it's worse when you say please? Every piece of me is growing without you.
Isn't it amazing how she analyzes a relationship? I mean, she just gets right in and says it exactly how it is. I just love that about her. Listen, look at these lyrics.
Is growing without you.
Wow. The piece is growing without you. Wow.
Don't speak to me like that. Oh, weary, like, can't you see?
Okay, I'm sorry. I got to stop it again. I just want to hear her voice there. I mean, she really reminds me of those old 30s and 40s ladies. Nina Simone, Baker, what was her? Gosh, not Rosa. Josephine Baker. I mean, the way they would do that, and as an audience, you're just hanging on every syllable, every sound. Listen to this.
Don't speak to me like that. Oh, weary, like, can't you see? That's worse than nothing. Get up from your knees. You're so embarrassing.
Wow.
Can't you see?
Can't you see?
It's really okay. Like, can't you say it's worse when you say please? Every piece of me is growing without you.
I just love it when she does that. I want to hear it again. Every piece of me is growing without you. And just the way she does that, just putting the finality on it, it's like I've already made up my mind on this. So I'm just going to cut it off. I'm going to make it almost into a lyric.
Every piece of me is growing without you.
Wow.
They got no leaders, I got a open door. And maybe I should have said a little bit more. But this ain't about me no more.
Wow. Yeah. It is about you, Grace. I mean, I know what you mean, but it is about you, darling. But it's about the other person. It's like, get off your knees. Wow. I mean, if you're into this kind of music, you got to love it. You know, if you're into sort of soulful, cerebral, personal, gorgeously sounding, lingering music with finality, with the cerebral finality that Grace gives to it, and the tonal finality she gives to it, to a song. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, it just amazes me that she's not even 17 years old yet. She's still freaking 16 years old putting this out. I mean, come on. That's just crazy. This is I can't wait to see what she finally does with this. Her guitar work, by the way, is just getting better all the time. But I can't wait to see what she finally does with this. And even though these songs seem to be very sort of almost contemplative and cerebral, she actually seems still happy. Like the way this beginning, the way this started out, her face, and even during it. I mean, Grace seems to just get everything out. You know, there's no holding back. And holding back is what makes us depressed. Holding back and not dealing with life. Well, Grace deals with life through her music, and I just love it. Anyway, that was the Chanteuse again with like Can't See You, which is interesting in itself. Like, can't see you. Can't see you anymore because you can't get off your knees. And if there's any singer who's up off her knees and living it proud and straight on, it is the Chanteuse, Grace Vanderwaal. Loved it. Look forward to y'all's comments. Let me know what you think. You always do. Sure appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Bye.